Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. Out at the range today with heavy metal. Super excited. I got something to sight in today, and let me tell you about it real quick and show it to you. This right here, now, because I probably put it in the title, you already know what it is, but just off the bat, you might not know what that is, but this is a 6.5 RPM from Weatherby. You don't believe me? I'll show you the box here. So not a huge, widely known cartridge, if this will focus on that, but 6.5 Weatherby RPM. RPM stands for Rebated Precision Magnum. So just to give you some stats, this is 127 grain LRX. The box is calling for 3225 muzzle velocity. That's booking it. If you compare this to 6.5 Creedmoor, this has got about 300 feet per second, give or take some, depending on the loading and the projectile that's loaded. But essentially, what Weatherby did was take their 6-lug actions, if you know Weatherby's, you know what I'm talking about, and optimize it for 6.5. And what they ended up with was their back countries are like 5 pounds. The one that I have out here today, this is the Mark V Hunter in the bronze. This, without the optic, is only right at around 6 pounds. So Weatherby, with their 6-lug actions in Mark V's, and don't take it from me, Weatherby's got a bunch of videos talking about it. Their website has a bunch of good information on this too. But what is the point of 6.5 RPM? In short, optimize Weatherby's 6-lug action with the 6.5. How fast can we make a 6.5 of that action with lightweight boulot slingers like this Mark V Hunter? But that's what we're doing today. I just showed you Mark V Hunter bronze. I just put a Mondo optic on it. This is a Hawk Frontier 5-30. I'm going to be doing some long range stuff with this. It does have a threaded barrel, and I've got my Silencer Central backcountry can on there. It's a 30 cal can. So this, like I said, Mark V Hunter fluted bolt. That's pretty cool. Something else to point out, these have a really low bolt throw. That's pretty sweet. Where normally on a lot of things you're coming way up here. Pretty low bolt throw. But I've taken a whitetail with this, that video's up. I've taken a hog with this, that video's up. But this week I put a new scope on it, and I haven't had this thing out to the range since I hunted with it. So today we're getting it sighted in, so it's ready to go if we want to take it hunting or if we want to take it long range. So Mark V Hunter, Weatherby, 6.5 RPM. Let's get it sighted in. All right, so now at 10 yards, I've got a paper plate. I sight everything in this way. You see the laser there. I've got a laser bore sighter on the end of the barrel. If you haven't seen the video where I show how I do that, definitely go check it out. I just lined up the dot for the hit with this and my scope on the dot that says aim. So that's where I'm gonna aim, and that's where I want that round to hit at 10 yards. And then when I go back to 100, it'll be good on at paper. Let me put my can on, and I'm gonna sling one here at 10 yards, see where it hits. All right, here we go. Send one at 10 yards here. See where we're at on this plate. All right, so pretty near that hit dot, right? So should be good. Let's go back to 100 yards, saving the brass because we're gonna be loading this stuff too. Let's get it sighted in and do a group or two with it. All right, back at 100 yards. Now, the question's probably in about half y'all's mind, what does it look like next to a 6.5 Creedmoor? So real quick, before we get any further into this video, let me put in some footage of me back at the house holding one of these up next to a 6.5 Creedmoor, just to give you an image in your head. Here's a 6.5 Creedmoor. Here's a Weatherby 6.5 RPM. Quite the difference in the cartridge. The overall length is significantly longer. Bigger case, more powder, more boogie. Let's get back to the video. All right, so you saw there the difference between the size, just eyeballing it, the 6.5 RPM and a 6.5 Creedmoor. Now, if you haven't seen my last video on this thing, definitely go check it out. I really do a deep dive comparing this and other cartridges when it comes to ballistics and speed and all that. So I'll link to that in the description and the pinned comment. But let's get this thing sighted in. It was right where I wanted it to be at 10 yards, so we ought to be on paper here at 100. I've got this in my Caldwell DFT2 sled. It's pretty much my favorite go-to for sighting in everything. Y'all have seen it in a bunch of videos. Good squeeze there. Where'd we hit the paper? So not too bad, about 2 inches left and maybe a ½ inch low. So we make those adjustments here and we'll send another one. All right, I might have gone too far with my left to right, but we'll see where this one hits. Same target in the middle there. Not bad, I like that. So let's do a group and then we may make an adjustment off the group, but it definitely has more recoil than a 6.5 Creedmoor. I'm not able to stay in the scope on this thing. I might could with a little bit more practice. How warm is that? Not too warm. I can keep my hand on it. After sending 2 here, let's do a group of 3 and see how we go with it. Top left target. I think we're dead on, guys. I don't think I'm gonna touch the scope. This is gonna be a fun one to stretch out, take to 1,000 yards. And let me tell you, it takes deer too and hogs. If, like I said, if you haven't seen the videos of me hunting with this, go check it out. Felt like a good squeeze there. That one kicked out a little bit. Send another. Good squeeze there. It's probably gonna come in under 1 inch. It should, I believe. I'm not used to this short bolt throw yet. Come on, baby, come out of there. There we go. I'm trying to be weak on that to grab the brass. Now, let me, I'm gonna let this cool and we'll do another group with it. All right, back at it. Let it cool for a while, the action open. That's cooled down quite a good ways. Almost room temperature. I can still feel a little steam off of it. But while the camera was off, I brought the scope up 1 tick. I didn't touch the left to right. So let's go at top right target. I felt like that didn't bring one up. Either that or it was really smooth. Nope, didn't. There we go, that loaded one. Love the trigger on this thing. Here we go. Do another group. Do my best here. Good squeeze there. Looks like we're still on bullseye. Good squeeze there. Oh, we're dead on bullseye with that one. And let's send a third for this group. Good squeeze there. I think we tighten that group up even a little better. And I'm gonna leave it there for now, but let's go measure those groups. Did what I set out to do today, which was get this optic on here and get this 6.5 RPM sighted back in, because I'm gonna be doing some long range stuff and I gotta have it sighted in. Everything torqued perfect. Yeah. Let's go measure those targets real quick. All right, so just measured those groups. I started using these Caldwell things because I like having the inch where we can eyeball it from down range and see how we're doing. Well, with the digital calipers here, that's the best one. The first group I did, well, first let's back it up. I was here off the bore site, which that system has proven to me 1,000 times over that it works good to get you on paper. Get on at 10 yards, then that'll get you on at 100. Then made one adjustment here, pretty good with that. Stuck with this on the dials for the scope. Then we got a 0.64. Pretty happy with that. I think anybody pretty happy with a 0.64, but I felt more comfortable with this one as far as taking my time and my squeezes, and ended up with, there's the calipers there, 0.45 inch group at 100 yards, and I locked those turrets and I'm not going to touch them. That thing's ready to go. All right, so there you have it, guys. Those groups, hey, it's exactly what you want in one of your hunting rigs. Boom. Under an inch, great. If you get under a ½ inch or close to ½ inch, wowzers, you better keep that one and hand it down to the grandkids and get you a case of the stuff that you did it with. Sometimes they change loads and all that through time, but hey, Weatherby. Everybody knows Weatherby. When you say Weatherby, people say, ooh, ah. Weatherby is definitely a premium product over some of the other stuff we filmed over the years, but you can see there, yeah, group's great. And those were the 127 Barnes. They do load a couple others in 6.5 RPM, but I want to say I already got the dice for this for us to load some. If not, I'll get some for it. I've been saying that about everything, but especially the Weatherby stuff, I want to be doing some loading for. It's fun. Really, when you're getting 0.4 inch groups, are we going to be able to beat that with our own hand loads? Who knows? Weatherby knows what they're doing. But all that being said, thanks guys. This was a quick one. I bring you guys along with everything that I'm doing. Today, I ran out here to the range and had to get this thing sighted in. Lightweight package with a whole lot of horsepower. Like I said, if you haven't seen my other videos on the 6.5 RPM, we got hunt videos. And I got another video where we really dive deep and talk about 6.5 RPM and compare it to other stuff. And that's a really fun video too. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. Hawk Frontier 5 to 30. Clear glass. I dig it. It's going to really do good for us when we take it out long range. That can helps keep that rig lightweight. That can's only 7 ounces and some change. And that's kind of the idea behind the RPM cartridges, is keep them lightweight, but still keep the horsepower. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you're subscribed. I got tons of videos coming out. I promise you don't want to miss. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Hoo-doo.